Over the past few years, obviously, we've been starting to put ourselves out there more, building bonfires bigger, better. Last year we went for the biggest in the country, which we got. It was a close rivalry with our fellow comrades, Craigyhill. But from there we sort of seen there was a world record and it was in Austria, and we sort of thought to ourselves, well, that's a bonfire in Austria. Bonfires belong in Northern Ireland, so why isn't this coming home to us? And that's why we decided, well, this year's going to be the biggest. Basically, as soon as we burnt our bonfire last year, that's when it started. The next day, the lads got together in a committee and we came to an agreement. We were going to go for the world record. Doing that, we knew it was going to be a massive push and we knew it was going to be hard. So we stuck our heads together. We decided we'd do a lot of fundraising. We'd done everything, being the lotto, finding the joker, holding fundraisers in the local bar. We had a band night not that long ago. We had a horse night at the races, and then just all the money started coming in and we knew we were going to get it. So it started from last year, and look where we are today. We're sitting over 100 foot high and the world record's in our hands now. We know we're not far away.
What is the world record?
The world record is 198 feet, 0.11 inches, is it?
What would it mean for you and your community to have yourselves in the Guinness Book of World Records for expressing your culture in this way?
For me, myself, it's what an achievement it would be. I know people will say it's only a silly old bonfire, but it's not a silly old bonfire. How many people do you know that's got themselves into the Guinness Book of Records? There's not many. And for something like this here, it means a lot more because of what it's for. And I think come Sunday night, when we come off the top of that bonfire, knowing that we are the biggest in the world, this place is going to be buzzing. And I mean buzzing. It's just great. From looking back from when I was a young fella, like a young boy, with my dad, building bonfires from the height we were back then, thinking we were massive to now. We weren't massive back then. It was only campfires. And looking at this now, it's just a beast. As we call it, the castle in the sky. Many bonfires have took that wee comment and put it as their own. We came up with that there. That's our saying.
That's your slogan?
That's ours.
And what sort of thinking goes in there? Because it's not just setting one pallet on top of the other. What sort of level of thought and consideration and measurement and intuition has to go into building a bonfire like this?
It's all about structure, isn't it? It's, if you haven't got a good plan, like last year, we would all hit guns blazing, and look what happened. The line came into it. That was our own fault. We didn't think we were going to get enough pallets, and that's why we turned our heads and said, if we don't get the best of pallets this year, we need to think different. We need to know what we're going to do, and that's why we come up with a new idea. Instead of bringing the tiers in half a pallet, bring it in inch by inch into your next tier, and that's what we've done. And that's where the weight's going to be. You know, it's not going to crunch the pallets. Look at it. It's as straight as a die. What bonfires do you know that stands as straight as that there, at that height? These days they don't. So everything's done to great measurement, and if anybody you see, they keep thinking there's an engineer about, but it's just a couple of local lads.
So tell us this, you've beat the world record, the 11th night, the bonfire's getting burned. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? What do you think this community will be feeling at that time?
I think firstly, the community will be proud of us. I think the green will be bouncing. In my mind, I'll be a happy man to get rest, but I'll be thinking, can I beat this record next year? And that's what I'll be thinking.
Go again next year. Relentless.
One thing I will say, and I'll say it, no matter if any bonfire in this country beats it, I'll hold my hands up and say fair play, lads, because I know the work and effort that goes into that.
Alright, well, privileged to meet you. Thank you.
Yes, mate, thank you.
Speaking to us.